Starts first down and 10 at their own 10-yard line. And Tevin Coleman with some running room. Tevin Coleman down the sideline. Coleman, one man to beat. Tevin Coleman's going to go 90 yards, and Indiana takes the lead. Randall L. scrambles, thought about the pitch, keeps it himself down the sidelines. He could go. Antoine Randall L. touchdown. To the end zone, that's hauled in with one hand by McCulley. Touchdown, Indiana.
Welcome to episode 211, the big special episode that you guys have been waiting so long for. Now that we're about 10 days out from kickoff, it is time for our season predictions. And Brandon's not here for this, so we can have a little bit of fun and hopefully keep the disappointment at a minimum. Now that the Bucket Game preview is out, we're ready to please your ears with this amazing episode. So, yeah, the guy laughing back there. If you haven't already heard the first episode, that is Seth. No Brandon. Seth is here with us, producer Seth. He was surprisingly not unbearable during the Purdue preview that we just finished up. And,
yeah, that's me tickling your eardrums with my talk.
There he is. Yeah. So, yeah, here we go. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little bit of player awards, position battles, over-under stuff to start. And then we're going to go game by game, not spend a lot of time. This isn't going to be a super league or a super crazy long season preview podcast. It's going to be win-loss, maybe say one or two things about it, move on. But first, we're going to start with the fun stuff. Seth has not been allowed to look at his outline.
Right. I'm coming to this blind. So if I say shit that doesn't make sense, this is Bragg's fault. The producer has to prepare a little bit usually, but
he never does. Okay. So we're going to start with a few over-unders, Seth. Curtis Rourke. And I can give you some stats with this if you want. Curtis Rourke over-under 2,750 passing yards. Just to give you reference, his only full year of playing without being injured, he threw for 3,250 yards. Over under 2,750.
Under.
Okay. I took the over, and I'll tell you, it kind of goes with this next one. I think he stays healthy. And if he does, I don't see that being a problem.
My rule is usually college quarterbacks or college stats sometimes end up being lower than you'd expect, even though they're perfectly fine at what they do. It's just
do I think he hits 3,250? No, I don't think so. I think he might just barely get over the 2,750.
I'll say the number that popped in my head was 2,800 before you said anything. So 2,750 was right on my litmus. Yeah.
Let's see where you're at with this one. This one's tricky. I lowered this number. It was higher. Curtis Rourke over under 18.5 passing touchdowns. Last year he only had 11, but he was injured, coming off of an injury. In 2022, his full season, he had 25 with Ohio.
I think he's over. I think he's in the 20s.
All right. That's it for Rourke. So under 2,750 of passing yards and over 18.5 passing touchdowns. I'm over on both. Okay. This is an interesting one, and I think you'll be surprised by my answer. Any IU running back over 650 yards rushing?
No.
I said no as well. I think the top
are we
rusher.
Doing Brandon's on here as well, or are we doing?
No, he doesn't have these.
Okay.
Well, he said he was going to do it, but he didn't do it.
Okay.
Only top rusher, I think, will be Ellison or Black.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody gets over 160 carries. If you go back and look at everybody, Green, Ellison, Black, Lawton, anybody that got to 200 carries almost touched 1,000 yards or got over it. Lawton in his sophomore year with JMU, 200 some odd carries, about 1,100 yards rushing. So a big year for him. I don't know if he'll sniff 100 carries. So I think Ellison and Black will lead it. I do think Ellison, one of those two, has the better chance, but I don't think either one gets there. It's going to be a big time committee. back there.
That was my thought process. I think you have 4 guys who are probably between 250 and 500.
Yeah.
And again, that's not a bad thing. It's just not one of them is getting the bulk of those carries.
Last offensive stat or last offensive question. Top receiver, Donovan McCulley or Elijah Surratt?
Oh, I think this is a no-brainer.
Oh, you're going to go opposite of me then. Who are you going?
It's Elijah.
Ooh, I went McCulley because I think he's due
Proven
for
commodity.
A massive season.
I agree. I think he's going to have a glow up, but I think he's still going to be chasing the lead dog, who's an established guy, who's done it at a top Fun Belt level.
Yeah, I don't think that I'm right. Really, I'm going with my heart. I think that
I get it.
This is kind of his last shot to
at a big boost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that with that quarterback and in this system and a lot of pressure coming from the coach,
it's the best chance he's going to have.
This is going to be big time for him. If he can stay healthy, which is knock on wood, it hasn't really been a problem for him. But I like his chances. But those are two good choices to have either way. All right. Defensive side of the ball, we'll start with the secondary. Over under 10.5 team interceptions.
Under.
Last year, okay, you might change your answer. Last year with that defense, they had 10 interceptions.
Ooh. Give me
Lewis Moore, I think, won. Yeah, 10.5. I think Lewis Moore or I can't remember whoever won it, but I think Lewis Moore had 2 against Akron, and I think he was the leading interceptor with 3, maybe.
Well, the number that flashed in my head when you just said the question before you got to it was 9. So that's why I just impulsively said under.
Okay. I've got over at 13.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that would be the difference in a win or two, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that it's possible with the secondary that's there with the experience.
Okay.
Sanguinetti has had a couple years where he's been 4 or 5 interceptions. I mean, that's half of it right there with one person. So I'm going to read you the stat before I want you to answer this. Mikael Kamara, over under 7.5 sacks. He had 7.5 in 2023 with JMU.
I was going to guess 6.5. I think so. Here's my struggle is the last couple of guys who have come in that we thought was going to be hot shit haven't really turned out to be that great, or have had a significant decrease in production when they've elevated in competition. But I think he's got it.
Okay.
I was prepared to say over if you had said 6.5. I thought 7 was a really strong number, so now 7.5 scares me. But he's a guy I have faith in that what he does translates against a bigger, more athletic offensive lineman than he had faced in the Sun Belt. I'll go with 8. I think he gets damn close if he doesn't make it.
I took the under. I feel like he's a very good player. Maybe he's 7, 6.5, but I feel like the jump up as a junior, a true junior, a jump up to this position against these tackles, against these offensive linemen, with the depth that Indiana's going to have compared to what JMU had. I mean, dude, I'm hearing some good stuff about Robbie Harrison, who was an ASU transfer 2 years ago, who's in there in the defensive line. I'm hearing some really good stuff about Vincent Sneed, who everybody knows I'm a huge fan of his. There could be a lot of moving pieces on that defensive line and a lot of good pieces. He's going to be an absolute stud. I think the first 4 people you throw out there, maybe 5 with a JMF or JMF with West and Carpenter. Those 4 are solid, and then you've got Linnell Carr as well. So I think that he's going to have a little bit more competition for those sacks. That's my only.
But I think he's also going to be fresher, so that if he ends up being a third down guy, he can exert all of his best moves and all of his effort on that one play and then rest for 2 plays. Whereas opposed to JMU, he was much more of a,
all the
2
time.
or 3 down. Yeah, exactly.
That's where my boy Daniel Ndukwe is going to come in, though.
Mm.
Those third downs. He's too young. I think he won't get that much run yet. He's going to be so good, though. All right. Another guy that's going to be really good. I think is he a junior? Aiden Fisher? I don't think so. I think he might just be a junior, though. Aiden Fisher, over under 85 tackles. He had 91 last year. Remember, Aaron Casey was always
I
that
know.
middle
I'm trying to
position.
go through the schedule to figure out how many interior running teams they play against. Oh God, that seems high.
Okay. I think he has
I'll say under.
pretty close to 15 in 3 of the first 4 games. I'd say he's got a lot. Maybe they don't even get past the line. I think I've got him at over. Again, I think he gets close to 90 again. I think I did pretty good with the lines. You think it's under, though? Under 85?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but not by a ton. I don't think it's like
2 more questions. These are no more over-unders. Oh, no, this one is. Sorry. All Big Ten players. These are teams 1st through 3rd.
not including honorable mention.
No honorable mention because we
Okay.
would have had more than 1 last year. Over under 2.5. We had 1 player last year, Aaron Casey, who's 2nd team all defense. I'll give you mine. First. I went over. I think that. Hold on. I'll tell you why. I think one of the wide receivers gets in. It's one of those first 3 teams.
I agree.
I think Carter Smith cracks a top 3 team.
There are so many good tackles, but
okay,
yes.
But then there's options if you don't want him. I think that D'Angelo Pons gets in there. I think CJ West gets in there.
Again, remember they got the guy at Michigan. They've got guy at Iowa. Again,
Yeah.
they're at some of the best positions that IU has.
Yeah,
are
everywhere
huge
else.
depth in the Big Ten.
Could Kamara make it in there? Could Aiden Fisher make it in there?
So
the 2 names has a hell of a lot more than 1. Like
we also have
a
18 teams now too. So we jumped from 14 to 18. So there's more mouths to feed. The 2 names that immediately popped out to me were Elijah and Kadick.
Okay. Big Cat.
If Big Cat is playing center is not a very deep position that I can think of, at least off the top of my head right now in the Big Ten. So he could definitely have a position to get top 3 there. If he moves to guard, it might be a little bit more difficult. Just a little bit more depth there, at least from a pro talent perspective. Again, pro talent and actual college effectiveness are sometimes 2 different things. Pons has an outside shot, but I just think there's so many good corners. Oregon. I'm stuck at 2. I'm going to go for 2.
Okay. All right. This is the next one, and this is where Pons
Fisher could be, if Fisher's putting up 85 tackles,
he's going to have 1 or 2
he's going to be at least honorable mention. And flirting with a third team.
At least honorable mention. It'll be disgusting when they announce CJ West when he gets drafted, and they're going to be like, yeah, CJ West out of Indiana, 2023 honorable mention All Big Ten. He had, 40 tackles and 8.5 tackles for loss, and it's like they're sitting there reading it. You go to the All Big 12, defensive tackles, and you can't find anybody that has any of those stats. It's just because that position is so stacked. It's crazy across the conference. Last one, and then we'll do predictions.
Okay.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Best shot or shots at IU having an All-American. Who is it, or who are they? I've got D'Angelo Pons. It's the only one I wrote down.
So
I think that there are other choices. Oh, by the way, we could have said James Evans as an All Big Ten player.
Yeah, I thought about him. I was getting ready to say the sneaky places here are special teams, the kick return, punt return. I don't think the kicker
Van
necessarily.
Horst.
I like Evans. He had some consistency issues, but really excelled when he did well. So if he develops that consistency, he has an outside shot, absolutely, of both of a Big Ten mention and an All-American, potential there. But I'm going to stick with Elijah. I think if you're a potential Big Ten 1, 2, or 3, then there's a pretty damn good chance you have, a chance of getting on one of the top 2 All-American teams nationwide as well. Obviously, there's tons of other schools out there competing, but I don't see it happening. If we're doing an over under, I know it's not. If you put it at 0.5, I would take the under.
0.5. I would probably take the under as well. I think that things have to click, and there's a lot of good possibilities that are there.
The kick returner could be good.
Yeah, Van Horst,
the JMU guy, yeah,
Solomon Van Horst, yeah. But you know what? It's funny is that if you look at any of those highlight tapes, now granted it is, it could be gamesmanship. You see a lot of Miles Price returning kicks and returning punts,
right?
And we'll see. But that's really the only reason we brought Van Horst over, I would assume, is to do that kind of stuff. That's what he did.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we've gotten through that part. That part was fun. Here's what everybody came for.
Can I finally look at the outline?
You can look now.
Okay.
Go ahead. You're not going to see my wins or losses. I've got
I don't
a
have
very homeristic
shocking
viewpoint that could have a different result in one game,
because
or 2 games.
Your bowl is going to be a semifinal of the.
No, I don't have us in the playoffs. It was hard for me to find the Big Ten aligned bowls because they list like the Peach Bowl and they list some like other ones, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure those are like tied into the playoff now, so you can't really use those.
Or they're under rotation, but maybe this year they're able to, but next year
I think they are available this year, but they're not available next year or something like that. All right, here we go. Are we ready?
I am.
Seth is just okay. There we go. First game of the season. I think the first 2 we can go ahead and put a couple W's in. The first game is First game is Florida International, IU favorite by 20.5 as of today. So the line has gone up 2 points since the beginning. Seth, I got that as a W. Brandon, you have that as a W. Seth, what do you have?
I have it as a W, yeah, of course.
Okay. Western Illinois on a Friday night at home.
That's
what
a win.
You got? A W across the board. This will be interesting. Brandon has this next game at UCLA as a win. I have this as a win. Seth, are you going to let Deshaun Foster's press conference dictate whether or not this is a win or a loss for you?
Every part of me thinks UCLA is an absolute disaster this year. But Indiana flying out west, first road game, first new Big Ten game. UCLA first, I believe, Big Ten game. This is their inaugural home game for a Big Ten.
Yeah, so there might be 40,000 people in there.
Right. I know all that. But I just think everything chalks up for UCLA winning that game. Not deservingly so, but yeah, I think it sucks.
Let me quote somebody. We're just going to an old stadium to kick someone's ass.
I do like that.
End quote. So I think I've got it as a win. Brandon has it as a win. Brandon has some sketchy losses that I think you'll have as wins. So we'll keep going. Next one at home should be W's across the board. We have Charlotte. Charlotte, I think, has got a 2.5 over/under wins for them on the season. I've got it as a W. Brandon has it as a W. You have it as a W. So at worst case, we're looking at 3-1, 4-0 to start the season.
Yep.
Maryland at home. I don't think you were part of that preview for Maryland.
No, I was.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. I'm very low on Maryland. Brandon is high on Maryland. Where is Seth? Because this
I'm
is
Goldilocks. I'm right in the middle on this one.
Yeah.
Maryland feels like the fulcrum of almost every IU season, at least that I've been following. What is the last 4 now?
Yeah. This one's at home, which helps.
And have they won any of those?
The one that they won at home
was 20?
Was 2 years ago. You talking about IU winning or Maryland winning?
IU, yeah. IU's won one of the last 4?
One of the last 4, but should have won at home 2 years ago when Talia got hurt and Billy Edwards came in. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Had a 3rd and 21. They ran a draw, and that was it.
You've talked me into
16.
This.
Yeah.
It's a loss.
Wow. Okay. Brandon has that as a loss as well. I've got it as a win. So I've got us going
5-0.
Dude, I'm telling you,
so at this point, IU is ranked. I mean, it's a Big Ten school. A Big Ten school, 5-0, 2-0 in conference. That's enough to get them 24th.
I do think I do think after this week we'll be ranked. Going up to the lacrosse field turned into football stadium. Turned into temporary high school football stadium up in Northwestern. There's a bye week in here somewhere. I didn't put them in there. I think it's after. I don't know where it's at. I don't know. Who cares? It doesn't matter. At Northwestern, I have it as a win. This is a very close. These 2 games, Maryland, I think 7 points ish. Northwestern, I think, is going to be an absolute dog fight. But we play them pretty well, and we beat the shit out of them last time we played them. I'm going with a win. Brandon's got it as a loss. What do you have it?
I've gone back and forth on this several times. And I just don't get Northwestern.
Okay.
It makes no sense.
I'm with you.
But they didn't make any sense last year. And
there it is.
So I went with a win because
I
don't know. I just don't know.
Does Mike Wright do it for you?
No.
At quarterback? I don't think so.
And if I had given them the Maryland win, I probably would have given the Northwestern a loss. I just don't think they win both of them. Unlike Brandon, I don't think they lose both of them.
Yeah, Brandon's got us in a tough spot right now. The only reason I did the Maryland as a win is because we're at home. And I think at home, 4-0, Big Ten team coming in for the first Big Ten home game. I think that place is rocking, dude.
But now you have a top 20 ranked IU at 6-0, 3-0 in the Big
Bowl
Ten.
Eligible.
Oh my God. Hosting Nebraska.
Yeah. So
who may have the best quarterback in the history of the world under center, or I should say in shotgun.
These next 2 games were a literal coin flip. This one is Nebraska at home, homecoming.
Oh my God, you're talking yourself into this.
Packed, right?
Oh my God.
What is yours? Brandon has it as a loss. What do you have it as?
I would love to watch Nebraska lose and Dylan just, picking Memorial turf out of his face mask over and over again. I don't know, man. I have it as an L.
So do I.
Oh!
I don't believe in their troll of a coach.
I don't want to. It's not an endorsement of him in any way.
Yeah. It was a literal coin flip for me. This one as well. Washington at home. For me, we're 6-1, coming off a tough loss. I think a close loss to Nebraska. What do you have Washington doing?
I had this as a loss until about until about 5 minutes ago.
Ooh. Okay.
I believe in
All right, I have it as
Washington
a
at the same level I believe in Northwestern.
yes. I'm with you.
There
Dude.
is just nothing that excites me.
Judd Fish excites you.
No, he doesn't.
Judd Fish
No, he
excites you.
doesn't.
Okay. All right. I'm
I
with
thought he
you.
would have been. I thought he would have been a fine fit at Indiana because Indiana's starving for anything.
Mm-hmm.
But
And we got it.
Washington just came off the most magic. I mean, I know they won and was it 90 and, but
They
like
beat. Well, they won a Rose Bowl against Purdue and with
right,
Ryan
but they won
Leaf.
a
Right?
national championship, didn't they? And was it 90 or
It wasn't.
91 maybe?
Well,
I
one
think it
of
was a
those was
split.
Colorado. Yeah.
I think one of them was a split. I don't remember. Anyways, or maybe it's just back to back Pac-10 champ. I have a shirt of it. I think it's back to back Pac-10 shirt champions. But whatever. Like they've had great seasons. They've had good teams before. But what last year was in this new era is bigger than anything they've ever done before. And to replace a once in a lifetime season, once in a lifetime coaching opportunity, like kind of everything coming together.
Once in a lifetime roster. That's
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh, man, I just don't have any optimism. So I changed it to a W.
Okay. All right. I've got it as a win as well.
Oh my
So
god.
7-1 after 8 games. You've got it at 1, 2, 3, 4,
5 and 3. Yeah.
Gordon is at 4-4. So he has us going on a 4-game losing streak after the Charlotte game.
I usually agree with Brandon so often.
Dude, he doesn't know what he's doing with Northwestern, Nebraska, or Washington. He's so high on those, and Maryland, really. He's so high on those 4 teams. This is why so many people, even at the way before, national people have said, dude, look at those first 8, 9 games on IU's schedule. There's a chance for them to really kill it.
Yeah,
and
there is.
I've got us killing it. I got at Michigan State next. Last 2 times we went up there, we won. Brandon's got it as a win. I got it as a win. You've got it as?
I had it as a loss.
Okay.
Until 5 minutes ago or 7 minutes ago. I hate myself. I really do not like myself right now. There's some self-loathing going on.
There we go. Okay. I think we can do this pretty quickly on
these next 2 should be no doubters.
I will say this.
Nope.
I do think Michigan at home is gonna be like one of the classic IU Michigan when Kevin Wilson was in town, where it was a fun, close, not a lot of offense in this because of the way Michigan's set up, but I do think this is a close one. But IU loses. Brandon's got it as an L. You've got it as an L. This one, probably not so much. At Ohio State, I've got it as an L. Brandon has it as an L. You
L.
Have it as an L. Okay. You kind of already gave it away here at the end with your Purdue stuff. I've got Purdue at home with a win. Again, I don't think it's going to be – I think it'll be a classic bucket game, but not a classic, not like Austin Star classic, but like –
shut up.
I do think it'll be a classic like last year, like 31-35 or 28-24. A fun one. I've got it as a win, and I have us finishing at 9-3 and probably hanging on to a ranking somewhere. What do you have?
9-3 in the Big Ten will get you a fringe playoff. In all of my simulations, that's like 15.
What they're going to do is they're going to look at and see
the strength of schedule is dog shit.
Your wins are against Purdue, Michigan State, Washington, Northwestern, Maryland.
The 3 decent teams you've played beat the shit out of you.
Yeah. Well, just one of them beat the shit out of. I've got the other 2 close.
Yeah.
You got this as a win. Is that what I hear?
No, I don't. I have it as a loss.
All right. So what?
So
you got
I also have it as 6-6.
Brandon has this at 6-6.
And I just saw what bowl he had, and I apparently wrote in the same one. I had not seen his before. I think y'all are going back to New York.
I've got me going to Vegas twice in the same year.
Oh my god! All right,
I got us going to the Las Vegas Bowl.
That sounds like wishful thinking, but honestly, if you're 9-3
That is
I mean,
borderline.
you're
That's like you're talking
14 to
about the playoff.
16. Yeah, you are next team to be considered territory.
Yeah, like we were before in 2020. In
Oh my
2020,
God.
when we were in the graphics for ESPN when they were doing the commercials for the playoff.
I mean, I don't see it, but I know you.
It's got to click. I do think there are
I mean,
some.
you could talk me into beating
50-50.
Nebraska at home. I mean,
I
there's a
can.
world
We got to
where,
see it, man. We got to see it, right?
yeah, that's the whole thing is until
It's good.
there is proof of concept right now, it's all
Mhm.
just wishful thinking.
Yeah, but I'm in top form saying, you know what, the first two are easy. I think the first road game, I think that's a good test for us to have.
If
Another
you
Big Ten
overcome
team.
that, if you pass that test,
Yeah,
that makes Maryland a lot easier. That makes Northwestern a lot easier.
dude. All right,
They're not say they're going to win it. I'm just saying that gives you that proof that you're doing the right stuff, that you're beating. I would say Big Ten caliber teams. I don't know how this isn't
yeah.
a vintage UCLA team.
We'll run through this real quick. I do think if we get to that point 4-0.
Oh, sorry. Pinstripe Bowl obviously is the New York. I don't think I.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I just said
Before?
you're going back to New York. I didn't
Back
specify
to
it
New
was
York.
the
Yeah,
Pinstripe Bowl.
It's the Yankees. I've been there. I'll go
Yeah.
there again.
That's what. Yeah.
So if we go, say we start 4-0, and I know we've heard this before, season tickets are through the roof. Like they're crazy right now. That place is going to be packed for Maryland, and Maryland's.
I don't know if
not,
by Maryland, but if by Nebraska.
Oh, dude, homecoming it'll be. I think
right.
it'll be packed no matter
and
what.
You won't be able to tell. You'll be able to tell Indiana Red from Nebraska Red.
Yeah, I think even if you come in at 5-1, say you lose to Northwestern or Maryland, that place is going to be for homecoming. That place is going to be nuts.
Oh, and that's going to be all of your marketing for next year is going to be all the red and white
of
the Nebraska game because they won't be able to delineate.
Yeah. But I do think you'll get legit sellouts if the season goes the way I think it's going to go.
Well, I mean, if you guys are 7-1 going into Washington, and even if Washington's 2-5 or 2-6 or whatever, people are wanting to see the defending runner-up. Like that'll be, a ticket of people will want to see.
Yeah.
They'll want to see Michigan beat the living breaks off you guys. I'm just kidding.
Dude,
I don't know.
You didn't do Michigan's preview either, did you?
I did. No, I did. I'm scared. I don't know. They could. It's all over the place. I mean, if it's Orgy, if it's Tuttle, like the basement and the floor aren't that far apart.
No, I had a like a little daydream of if Tuttle runs out or if they announce Jack Tuttle, like Michigan new quarterback Jack Tuttle. Like, what do we do? Do we boo him?
Oh my God. Well, my favorite will be when it's officially Michigan man Jack Tuttle.
Yeah. Of course, even though he's from California.
Yeah, and this is his third
Went
school.
to Utah. Yeah.
There we go. I couldn't remember if it was Utah or Arizona, but yeah.
No, it was Utah. He got in there with the Cam Rising.
Who's still there
too.
Yeah. I hope he's healthy. That guy's a fun guy to watch.
He is very fun. They've got Utah
dark horse. So good.
Possible playoff team. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. That's it, guys. Write in the comments, tweet at us, do whatever. Seth will check the Twitter. I've got notifications turned off.
Yeah, I refuse to check Twitter any other time, but in season, we usually have a boost of like a ton of what is it? Interaction. I can't remember what Elon calls it anymore. But our numbers go through the roof. We appreciate it. Spread the word, Dirty Bird, all that good stuff. So
yeah, well, that's it. Hey, we made it through. My voice is barely hanging on through 2 pods. Yeah, hopefully I wasn't as homery as you thought I was going to be, or maybe
9-3, 9-3,
9 Indiana, baby, finally going to happen. All right. Yeah, I mean, I'll see you on Thursday either way.
Let's get
everybody else, check out the pod at Happy Hour IUFB on social media. That's it. Cheers.